Hey guys, so I've got a bag of treats over here. Cleaning stuff, first aid stuff, and some random stuff in there. Because a couple of days ago I woke up and my eye was painful. And I went to the pharmacist. The pharmacist sent me to the optician's triage, which is with whatever opticians you're with. Spoke to them, went in, had scans. I have 2 ruptured blood vessels and a damaged eye duct. You can see the swelling and the bruising and the redness inside. Now this injury is going to take 3 to 6 weeks to heal. I've had there's also an infection in it because the injury happened on like the Saturday, and I saw the pharmacist on the optician triage on the Wednesday, so it was a few days of me not knowing why my eye was painful, and I got an infection in there as well. So I've had antibiotic eye drops. I've got to use one of those a week, one of those a day for a week in the nights, and then a warm compress for 2 to 4 times a day for 3 to 6 weeks, because that's how long it's going to take to heal. So I'm going to struggle to try and do, and I've been told to try and avoid doing basically to do eye makeup until it's healed. So we're looking at about a month to a month and a half, which is fine because it's not a problem. As soon as it's healed, I can go from there. But they give me a breakdown list what I can and can't do with my eye, and it's mainly mainly sensible stuff. But one of the things on there was no harsh cleaning chemicals, no harsh chemicals of any kind, and no eye makeup. And I'm like, don't worry about the eye makeup, that's fine. But my oven cleaner is very potent usually, so it puts out the oven pride that I usually use, and it also puts out the inset oven foam. So I had to alter my list slightly, and I'll show you how and why. So if my eye stuff is all puffy, that's the reason. Okay, so shall we make a start? And move you over. So the obvious first thing up is kitchen roll. So these are $3.99 for 3 big rolls of Max X 3-ply kitchen rolls. 59p for some bleach. These are boots. So this is, I think these were like $4.90 for 10 wound cleansing wipes for the first aid box. This is $1.90 for Care Antiseptic First Aid Cream. £5 for Germaline. Oh, these are £2. I got 2 of these. This is the Dove Powder Soft. So this is for holiday because it's antiseptic roll-on. And this is the Dragon Fruit and Coconut scented one. So I got the Dove roll-ons. $1.50 for the Nutridol Fresh Pink Room Spray. $5.90 for wound spray. Room spray and wound spray. Before that, somebody gets that wrong. So it's basically the equivalent of these, but in a water liquid. So you spray it on, you get a cotton bud, and this is easier to use on kids than using this. They hate these. And I find that I use this for a lot because, you know, I'm accident prone. And it's really good. £5 for a pack of 2 the Life Sense Tokyo Cherry Blossom and Hibiscus automatic room sprayers. The compact I need for my eye, which was £6 because it's reusable, so you can use it hot and cold. And $5.90 for a pot of elbow grease. Now this is what I'm going to attempt to use. So this is lemon fresh. You can use it on glass, ceramics, metals, the only cleaner you'll ever need. Cuts through grease and grime. And then it tells you how to use it here, which I will go through that when we actually clean the oven. So this was the start of the stuff we had to get. And once I've got together the stuff we need to do the oven, I will be right back. Okay, so I've lowered the camera down and I've gathered together the kitchen roll, the pot we're going to use, a carry bag for the kitchen roll that's being used, a waterproof apron and some gloves. Now I've got some water in the sink and some water in a jug, and we're going to make a start. The first thing I'm going to do is put my apron on. This will protect your clothes from the cleaning paste. Gone with the wax one because it's wipeable. Okay, take that off there. Let's open the oven up. So it's quite bad in there. Well, it's not bad, like I do clean it. So you need to take all the trays out to pop that into the sink that has water in it. Like this. Okay, pop the gloves on. I'm going to turn the light in the oven on. So as I can see what I'm doing. Now technically the light means that the oven is on, but I haven't got the heat turned on. Because with two of my other cleaners, you actually have to have the heat on in the oven for it to activate. Ow, caught my leg. Okay, so what it says here is apply using a clean soft cloth or sponge. Rub gently to clean surface and rinse off with clean water. Do not apply too much pressure on glass and ceramic hobs as it may scratch, and use a dry clean cloth to polish the surface if required. Do not use on plastic, acrylic, highly polished surfaces, aluminium or car paint. Test in an inconspicuous area. Well, I don't need to do that. Okay, so let's be a bit closer. Let's bring you down because otherwise it's going to be a bit awkward for you to see it. That should be okay. Okay, so it's not actually as dirty as I thought it was going to be. I just put my foot in the dog water bowl. Let me move that out of the way a minute. There we go. Okay, so we have a jug of water here. We're going to put it down by here. And the kitchen roll. So we're going to use this as our soft clean cloth. We're going to take the paste out and put the paste directly onto the surface. Oh, it smells really lemony as well. There we go. A bit of water on that. Get some more kitchen roll. Like this. I know you're supposed to apply it with a thingy, but I'm going to speed this up a bit. I'm going to put it on with my hand, with the gloved hand. go. And then we're going to leave it in there. Oopsie! I got it on my elbow. Let's get it straight off the skin. There we go. So we're going to put a tiny bit of water in here now. Just a tiny bit, and we're going to soak it all up in there. If we can get it all soapy in there, and then let it set and start putting all of this grease and everything up off the oven, that'll be better. Okay, now we let it soak, or like whatever it does, and we will come back to that bit. And I think I'm going to need a new glove. Okay, we'll be back as soon as it's had a chance to soak up a bit. That is doing that. I'm also going to do this tray that came out of the oven. I'm going to do the exact same thing here. Let me put it close so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to put the water that we used for the cleaning thing up by here a second, because there's loose stuff in this, so I need to get rid of it. So this is actually fairly clean. It's the drip tray from the very bottom. So we're going to get that out and put it into the sink. Like that. Then we're going to get a handful of the paste, and we're going to paste it onto the bottom of this tray as well, and the sides. Going right up the side of the tray. There we go. We'll leave that one there as well. And I'm going to move on to the rungs. Okay, I'm going to do the rungs and then I'll be right back. So the rungs are done. I'm going to take this tray, which is started to process itself really well, into the sink. We're going to get this jug of water into here. So I need to angle you down so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to bring down the kitchen roller to pull a few pieces off. 1, 2. Do 2 for now. Pour the water in to the bottom, and then let's start wiping it out. we go. That's the first one of those. Let's move the back of the second one. Okay, so we get the majority of it out. Like that. Then we take a sponge, a normal sponge, wet it in normal water, and then go between the rungs. There we go. That way then all the water's washed it all down the back and everything. Right. There we go. Okay, so we're going to throw water over the side here, and here, and there, and there. Fresh water. We need to get it all off the sides, here and the back. There we go. So now we're going to get more kitchen roll. Go. And a little bit more so we can dry the sides down, remove any excess cream, paste, whatever you want to call it. need fresh clean water. Like this, and fresh kitchen roll to do the sides here with fresh water. There we go. Move the water out the way a minute now. And we get the fresh kitchen roll. We go back over all the sides with fresh dry kitchen roll. Got a bit of water gathering in the door frame, so let's get that out to there. There we go. Okay, now I haven't done the panel at the front yet, so I'm going to get all the bits of the kitchen roll out. Make sure there's none left in there. So to do that, I'm going to go in with a tea towel and get rid of the last of the bits. There we go. Yep, flip that all over my leg. Okay, so we need the bag down for all of this. There we go. And now we're going to go on to the glass panel. Wipe my hands before I touch this. There you go, so now you can see the glass panel. We're going to do pretty much the same thing, and I'm going to give it a quick wipe over with what's already on there. Get rid of any debris. Got a few bits down here though, in the gap where the water came through. There we go. Clean the little trap in the bottom here. And move any excess into that bag. Okay, now we're going to go over the glass panel with cream, like we did with all the rest of it. Touch of the water on the tips of my fingers to mousse it all up a bit. It's looking good. There we go. Touch more water. And then we wait. While we wait, I clean out this big tray here. Like this. I can dry it out and then I can put it back in the bottom of the oven. Yeah, just like that. As soon as everything is dry, and then put it rung up. Do you know what? That still feels textured in there. Yeah, let's put that back in yet. Okay. Anyway, we're going to wait for this, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little bit of washing up liquid to get rid of all of this residue that's in there. Okay. Drain the sink down from the dirty water. And then we're going to carefully scrub this pad. Okay, so I might need to leave that on there a bit longer, because I haven't quite cut through that yet. That's fine, just put a bit more on there and we wait for a bit. Okay, so once it's spread all along, we let it cut through that. And then we go from there. So, I'm going to take these gloves off and bin them. And wait for this to start working. I'll be back in a bit. So I've left it about 10 minutes. We're going to give it a scrub. Oh, I forgot my gloves. I need fresh gloves. Okay, so we're going to take a look at it now. Once I've got my gloves on. And so far it's all looking good, but let's have a look how this is actually starting to do. And it's not done a lot really on the glass. Let's go with a little bit of water then. I mean, it's helping to get through it, I guess. Please excuse me. Sorry about that, that was my alarm. Okay, let's see how much of this we can get through. I mean, it's doing something, just not very quickly. Maybe I need to have a better scrub thingy. Do I have a spare? I do, I have a new sponge. Here we go, we'll go with this one with the new end on it. Okay. Hasn't really done a lot. I don't want to scrub too hard because I'm going to end up breaking the glass panel otherwise. Okay, so let's just clear it up with some water now. Okay. I mean, it's done something. The middle bit is a lot cleaner, but it hasn't really helped with the edges over here. So I'm going to say I'm not so fussed on the elbow grease as an oven cleaner. Doesn't seem to work very well for mine. Let's go in with a bit of soapy water on the sides, down the bottom, and on the top. Okay. This is probably the best thing I'm going to have to do with this door, unfortunately. Okay. There we go. I should be able to pop this off. There we go. Yeah, that can go into the sink. And I'm going to lift this partially up so I can put my hand in here and clean the internal glass. A little bit. Actually, I'm pretty sure I can take that glass panel off. Oh yeah, I can. Let's carefully put that. Carefully put that glass panel up there on the unit so I can clean all of the joints out. There we go. I'm excited that it's easier to clean. But the other thing I don't like about this is it leaves everything with a powdery feel on it, like a gritty feel. And I don't like the feel of that at all. See, it's left like a, oh God. It's left like a gritty feel all over the oven. There we go. Well, it's an interesting thing. Oh, this happens all the time because of the gap at the bottom of the oven. Don't worry about that. That's normal. But I really don't like the gritty feel of this cleaning paste. It's even left a gritty feel on the textured flooring. Like that's I've never noticed before. That's really strange. Okay, so we did say we'd give it a try and see what we think about it. I do not like this cleaning paste that much. I prefer my original one. I'm going to clean this glass panel and then I'm going to show the end result. So I've done the inside glass panel with washing up liquid and a Brillo pad, and I'm going to do the outside with just washing up liquid and this sponge. For God's sake, sponge, stay in my hand. This is the issue with the gloves. I can't feel the damn sponge. I keep letting go of it. There we go. And now the inside with just normal washing up liquid as well. So the washing up liquid is getting rid of the chalkiness. So I'm just going to use the washing up liquid for now to finish this all off. Okay. Get a roll. Go. There we go. And then put it back up and do the outside again. There we go. Now, let's do the glass panel dry now. As you can see, I've managed to get it nice and clean with normal wash-up liquid and a metal Brillo pad. Okay, now I need the clip from the top. Attach it. Just like that. Wipe the top over, shut the door, and then do the handrail over here as well. Oh, I turned the heat on somehow. Okay. And then our last panel over there. It's not perfect, like I like it, and unfortunately there's not really much I can do about that. The new stuff we bought completely, I don't like it. I don't like the texture of it. I love the smell. I think it'd be good for like stainless steel sinks and drains and that, because it's got a lovely smell to it. It's not very good for my oven. I don't know why, but I think it's more that I don't like the chalky feel. I don't like residue left from cleaning products. So unfortunately that is my review of it. I'm not a massive fan. It does in fact stain your clothes, because I got it on my apron and it's already stained it. I mean, it did what it was supposed to do. I just don't like the chalky feel of it. Let's put the rungs back inside now. So it did its job. My review of it is It's okay, it works, I just don't like the chalky residue feel at the end. But you can get rid of that like I did with washing up liquid and a sponge. So not too bad, it just took a lot longer to clean it with this than it does with my usual brand. So unfortunately I'm not too... It's not one I'm going to potentially go for all the time. It'd be alright as a backup, but not as a everyday oven cleaner. Sorry guys, I was swinging around the kitchen again. Okay, let's bring him up. Okay, well, it's okay. It's not great. It has in fact taken probably 45 minutes longer to use this one than my normal one, which takes about 45 minutes from start to finish. It works. It's just wouldn't be my choice next time. I mean, I'll use it for cleaning the sink down because the sink is always grimy anyway. So what's left of this will be used to clean the sink down later on from the cleaning of the oven. But I'll only get it if I've got no other choice. Sorry about the chaos of this video and the mess of the kitchen. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Good night. Okay, so quick update. I'm cleaning the sink down right now with the same product because it turns out, I spoke to my friend and I mentioned it. Let me just turn that off. Spoke to my friend and I mentioned it, and I was like, this is what happened, and I showed her some of the clips of the video, and she said, if you're using it in an oven, you're supposed to mix it with water, not put water in, or like put it on and then put water in it. Apparently you're supposed to put a little bit in a tub and mix it with water to make it more of a runny, watery. When you do it that way, which is what I'm doing right now, I'm testing it right now, apparently it doesn't go chalky. So when you're cleaning with it, you're supposed to mix it with a little bit of water, unless it's really badly stained, and that's for things like countertops and things like that. But I was like, it still would be chalky. She was like, no, you mix it with water. You actually you have more of the part of the cream than you do water, but you mix it with water. So I'm attempting that right now to see if what she said is right, because I think it needs to clean down anyway. I'll do the back part of the unit here as well. Okay, now let's see, where's my kitchen roll gone? Here it is. I'm going to wipe that down and see if it still has that chalky feel. Okay, so no, she's wrong. Either I'm doing it wrong or whatever, but you can see that it still has a chalky texture. And you can actually see the chalky texture on the sink head here because it's dried out and it went all... So no, she's wrong. I have the proof. So yeah, I don't like this product at all. I thought it'd be okay for a sink. No, it's left chalky residue all over the sink unit. See all of that chalky residue? So yeah, this product, I don't like this product whatsoever. So I'm going to rate it on its base in the end of this, in the very end, but it is certainly not, and I probably would rather wait until my product comes back in stock. I will not use this again. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video. Good night.